Hi guys. I am wearing a top. So it has been a long time since I've done YouTube, and there's a few reasons why and a few things I'm going to go into to kind of just give you guys like a little bit of a life update of what's been going on. While I do my makeup, I'm getting ready to go actually shoot in the city, and I only have 45 minutes left, so we're kind of going to just jump into it. Look at my drawer of makeup. This is like where I get ready, and I'm in my bedroom. Actually, let's rewind a little bit. This is the first YouTube of 2023, so obviously I took some time off because I just really couldn't juggle it all. But I have to get ready, and we're gonna just do a little summer makeup glow. I did this on TikTok actually, but I just wanted to go into more depth with my YouTube fam as my first video back on YouTube. And I'm just gonna show you the products I'm using while I kind of give you guys a life update because it's been a while, so let's get into it. All right, first we're gonna use the Ilia Beauty. I'm using the ST12 and ST11.5. I'm more leaning to the 12 now because I do have a little bit of a tan, but I'm not doing a ton of makeup today. I'm just doing like a little bit. That was part of the summer glow. I did a little quick version on TikTok, but I wanted to show you like exact products and link everything. So these first. Okay, so this is the first YouTube of 2023, and the first YouTube in our New York City apartment. Last time I was doing YouTube, I wasn't even living here in New York. I don't even know what the last YouTube video I did was. I probably have to go look. It's only been like 6 or 7 months, so it hasn't been like crazy long, but that is a long time to, you know, stop producing videos. Number one, I took a break because basically I was just like burnt out with all of the different platforms that have to be done. I have TikTok, I have Instagram, we had our podcast, and I'll go into that a little bit. YouTube, there's like Lemonade, which I'm just kind of getting into just for fun. And then just our other business together that Pat and I work on 50% of the time. So we have a whole nother company besides all of those platforms. And I did talk about this on our podcast episode, just like what we're feeling, what we're giving like our energy towards, and what we're not anymore. And I feel like as I get older, that's kind of just like the trend of not giving all my energy towards things that I do not like anymore, and that was one of them. I'm using Ilia concealer in Wasabi or 7.5 just to cover up a few little pimples and the things that I have going on. Sorry, I'm always looking at the screen where I can see myself, but this is actually talking to you guys. So the podcast, let's go over it. If you guys don't listen or never listened, that's fine. But we did a podcast for like 2 years, and we just came to an end. So that was the last time you guys probably had like a real update, and we decided to stop the podcast because it just wasn't giving us, it honestly just wasn't fun for us anymore. And we started it as something that was super fun, and for the longest time, you guys can still go listen to the episode if you want to hear more about that, but for the longest time we were just like, it was a struggle every week to get it together. I was editing all the episodes, there was just a lot happening there, and I was like, this just isn't making us happy. And honestly, it was a big turning point in our relationship where we were like, we work together, so we need to come up with the things that are making our relationship good and work is good, and that was just something that wasn't. But it made me want to come back to YouTube because I was like, we were giving all of our life updates, we were talking about so many different topics on our podcast, and we just weren't doing that anymore because we stopped the podcast. So due to stopping that, I was like, let me get back on YouTube. I miss talking to you guys, and I miss giving you updates because I kind of feel like with Instagram, I don't know what it is, but like no one really talks on Instagram stories anymore. I try to do it a little bit so that I'm not like following along with the trends. It just kind of feels like it's a little bit more work to talk on stories. So I want to get back onto YouTube so that I can have more like conversation with you guys and give you real updates. Next thing I'm using is the Pixi On The Glow bronze. This is like what you guys are going to need all summer. I'm going to show you how good it is. And I'm using the darkest color. It's Rich Glow. And I'm just putting it here. You can already see it. And there. And it's going to give you that glow. I'm going to put some on my nose, some on my lips. And then I'm going to blend it in. This will be linked below. It's like my favorite thing right now for the summer, for just like that easy glow. So anyway, yeah, we just decided to stop, and I wanted to get back on YouTube, and I'm glad that I am. I think this is a good first intro to kind of coming back. I guess another update is, you know, I'm sure you guys all know this because you're coming from other platforms, but like we did move to New York. We are in Brooklyn, and I actually filmed a apartment, like a moving vlog, and I never posted it, and that's when I decided to take a break. I'm gonna use my same Anastasia brow freeze. But yeah, we're back in New York, and we are actually loving it so much. It's so funny because I did another video just about how Pat and I constantly talk about like where we want to live, what we want to be doing. Like, we always move somewhere and then we like love it, and I'm trying to really enjoy like the moment and be like grateful for what the apartment is, but also at the same time, like, we want a house, and like we're kind of getting to that stage where like we do want to start talking more seriously about kids, but we also aren't sure that we want to raise them in the city, which even if you have them in the city doesn't mean we'd have to like stay. But we love the mountains, we love the beach, we love the city. So we're trying to figure out like exactly where we want to be without putting like too much stress on ourselves and having to have an answer, because I feel like that's where you get the most stress. So we have so many conversations, like literally daily, on where we want to live and location. For now, we are in Brooklyn. We've been here for almost like 5 months, feels like a lot longer. And I love the area that we're in. We're in like Prospect Heights, Fort Greene area, and there's just so much around. Like, I feel like I never have to go into Manhattan unless it's for work, which is something that I didn't want to have to do. So that's amazing. And then also there's just so many restaurants, there's so much to do. We have our car, and that's something that I was like definitely wanting to have. I wanted to have our car when we moved to the city, because I didn't want to feel like I was trapped here like I was when I used to live here. And with our dog, it's just so much easier to like have a car. Okay, another thing for summer glow, I'm using Aquaphor on my eyelashes, and I'm just gonna use a clear mascara. I don't like wearing mascara at all, but especially in the summer when I feel like I have a tan and I don't need as much eye makeup, I feel like this is just a good way to still keep your eyelashes like nice and curled, but not have like black mascara running on me all day, especially if I'm sweating. So I'm using the Aquaphor, and then I have my eyelash curler, which this stuff is so good. I never used to use an eyelash curler. I feel like I have a hair. Oh yeah, it's a game changer. I don't know why I was never using one before. That's just from Aquaphor. And then I just got this clear Great Lash Maybelline one, just an easy one to be able to use. And I'm gonna put it on my eyelashes and not have to wear mascara today because it's pretty warm out, and I don't want to sweat that off because it's the summer glow. So Pat and I just celebrated 3 years of being married. If you guys have been around this whole time, like through our COVID wedding and everything, then you know what it's been like. It's been crazy, but I can't believe we've just celebrated 3 years this past week. We were in the Hamptons, and we were just having like an easy weekend, and it felt really good to just be like celebrating something that, I don't know, just feels good. And we've been together for 8 years, which I feel like we were talking about the other day, how like it's so funny that we're not celebrating how long we've been together, but we're celebrating how long we've been married, and like there isn't that much of a difference. I'm gonna use the Say blush in Rosy. It's very summery. I'm just gonna put a little bit here, and on my nose. It's very like pinky, and I might even put some like under my eyes and blend that in. I like having a little pink like under my brows for the summer. So yeah, I feel like nothing else has really been that different. I kind of want to leave it open to you guys in the comments. Maybe you could ask us questions of any updates, and me and Pat can do another video together, because I feel like it's fun for both of us to sit down, especially now since we don't have a podcast. We've gotten so many like comments and people reaching out just being like, oh my gosh, we miss you. We actually had somebody come up to us in a bar last week, and they were like, he was like, I loved your podcast so much, I follow you both and I miss it. And everyone's so understanding of like why we stopped, but it just kind of makes me feel even more sad, where I'm like, oh, okay, I miss like having conversation and talking to you guys. And I feel like, yeah, I'm repeating myself, but I just miss it, and I want you guys to ask whatever questions you want for like life updates. That's easier for me to answer in like long form content than it is on Instagram or TikTok. Okay, to finish off the glow, we are going to use Golden Hour Sephora. I have a few other highlighters that I like. Like I've been using this Ilia one lately, in the City multi-stick. This one's easy too, because it's not as, you don't have to blend it as much. It just can like go on really easily. This one just has like more of a glow, and since I'm wearing less makeup, like I want more of a glow. So I'm just gonna stick it here and blend it probably with this little guy. And I'm gonna put it under my eyebrow a little bit, and same on the other side. I love feeling like I'm not wearing too much makeup, even if I am. But I'm definitely not right now, and it feels good to have like minimal makeup on but still feel nice. Obviously that comes with the tan, which I have. Without the tan, I feel like I wouldn't be able to do this. So kind of going back to like us stopping the podcast, I feel like a big thing in our life recently has just been giving our energy to things in our life that we want to do. So for the longest time, I still kind of struggle with this, but I feel like for the longest time I've been like, I have to do this because so many other people are, or I should try this because I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I'm good at this, so I should do this. And then recently it's just come down to being like, I don't want to do that anymore, and I have to be okay with that. Like almost like deep down, I know that I don't like it anymore and it's not fun. And I'm kind of like, why am I doing that? Like, why were we doing the podcast when like no one was forcing us to do it. No one was telling us to do it. And there were so many other things that we like want to be putting our energy into. For example, our company together, which has been like growing, and we're working on this huge project that we're launching soon for the marketplace. I think I mentioned that, which I can talk about a little bit. And we were like, we want to work on that more. I think it's more so like I don't want to let people down, and I don't want to let the people that were listening, I was like, it's just so cool and it's so awesome to like give people what they want, and I'm a people pleaser. So it was hard for me to like really let go of not giving everybody what they love. And like what a lot of people loved about the podcast is the conversation that Pat and I were having, because we feel like we're so open. So I feel like I lost a piece of that. But it kind of just comes down to like, we weren't enjoying it, and I want to live like the rest of my life by doing things that actually are bringing me like peace and joy. This looks like I'm not wearing a top. I really am, you guys. Okay, the last little hack for the summer glow. I'm using this Merit Stick in Cyan, and it's just like a bronzer, but I'm gonna take a brush that looks like this. You can use a thinner one. A thinner one would honestly be a little bit better. And I'm putting it under my eyes to give my eyes like a bigger look effect without it looking like I'm wearing too much makeup. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. I kind of just wanted it to be a reminder to me and a reminder to you guys that if you're like doing something that you don't really care about and you don't have to do it, then you shouldn't do it. And I think that's easier said than done, even though it sounds really dumb on the outside. Like it sounds like, well, if you don't like it, then why are you doing it? But I think it becomes a little bit harder when you have other people involved, or if you're a people pleaser like I am, and you know that some of people are you're making people happy, but it's like not making you happy. And at the end of the day, it's like, well, the most important part is that you're happy. So yeah, we stopped, and that's just how I'm feeling about it. I actually, besides this video, like going back to giving you an update, I don't think about it too often, except unless people like comment that they like miss it, and then I'm like, oh, kind of sucks. But that's why I'm back on YouTube. Okay, this is giving me a little bit more of like that bronze effect under my eyes. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but I'll show you at the end. Okay, a dumb little life update. We were in the Hamptons this weekend, and Willow swam in the bay for the first time. She's never swam before, and I just think it's so funny. She had literally the best time. We went to a friend's house, and they had a pool, and then they had like a little walkway to the bay right there, and everybody was just like loving on her, and she had the best time. And it's so fun to see her like grow, and she's almost 3, which is crazy. I feel like one of my like most recent like YouTube videos that has a lot more views was getting her, and I just can't believe that was almost 3 years ago. Like, it's just wild to me. But yeah, she's doing really good. I don't know where she is right now. She basically takes up our entire bed in our entire apartment in New York, but she's loving life. I feel like I keep saying last thing, but I'm gonna do a little bit more around my eyes since I am shooting photos today. I'm using the Ilia Warm Nude eyeshadow palette, and I'm basically just gonna take this one and put it under my eyes and like maybe mix it with this one on the edges. Okay, so last little update for now, just kind of things we've been doing. I mentioned together because we've been working on so many things. Little update there. Basically, Together used to just be a place where we would show our favorite brands, and then you would go shop those favorite brands that were all either sustainable or giving back or had some type of like good mission. We are currently launching a marketplace where you will basically be able to shop directly on together.com all of the curated, vetted brands that are either sustainable, give back, or have some type of mission. That's kind of the whole, that's always what Together's been about. But being able to shop directly on there and have an actual marketplace is what we are so excited about. So that's launching really, really soon, and it's something that we've been working on for a really long time. And I don't want to like gatekeep it and keep it a secret, because I think it's cool, and I hope that you guys are like staying up to date and excited to shop there. I think it's just going to be a place where you can go shop for really cool brands. I'm not going to put any brands on there that we don't like, and I think that's what's cool about it. And you know that you're going to get a good product, and also you're going to be doing good. And I think it's hard to like shift people's mindsets about doing good, but everybody kind of wants to. There's just like, it's really hard to like change consumer behavior basically. So we were like, this is going to be perfect, because we know everybody like wants to do good and wants to give back, and everybody also loves to shop. So what better place to have it all be on our marketplace, where you can find cool brands that do good or are sustainable. And yeah, so that's just like the biggest project with that. That's what we've been working on the most, and it's been really fun, honestly. Pat and I have not had the easiest time working together, I will tell you that. It has not been easy. We've gone through almost a year, a little over a year of working together, and we've had some serious conversations and just like serious like marriage checks of like, are we good? Are we doing okay, like working together? And it's been really hard, and we've talked about that. We used to talk about it on the podcast a little bit. So maybe Pat and I can do like a more in-depth life update about working together. If you guys have specific questions about working with your significant other, leave them below. But yeah, it's been fun, but it's been very challenging in like the best way, because I think it's also helped Pat and I grow together. Okay, I'm gonna do some setting spray, which I have these both. This is Hourglass and this is an Alba. This one's better because it's cleaner, which we know I like. It's the Day-to-Day Defense Setting Mist, and it has SPF 30. I feel like some people don't like SPF in their makeup, but for me it works, and it's kind of cloudy today, but it's warm. It's like weird for me to talk up here because it looks like I'm naked and I can't get over it. Anyway, so this is the Summer Glow makeup. I will put some photos here of what it looks like, because I've already shot photos with it and I feel like it's just easier to see. Okay, honestly, this is better. So this is the Summer Glow makeup, super easy. I'm gonna link all the products below. I would recommend, like, if you don't have a tan, to self-tan before you do it, because I feel like the glow is the best part about it, and not having to like put cakey makeup on. I'm gonna link all the products below, and hope you guys like it. Also, hope you guys enjoyed the life update. I'm wearing a cute little outfit today to go shoot in Manhattan with a friend, and I'm just excited to be back on YouTube. I want to know what you guys want to see from Pat and I, so that we can have kind of what we had on the podcast, but bring it more to YouTube and just share with you guys more. Also, make sure you guys are following along, subscribe and share the video, because it's been a while, so I need some help with that. And go follow on TikTok and Instagram if you want to get more like daily links, outfit stuff, vlogs that are like quick and short. Yeah, love you guys.
But you had your cake and you eating it too. Fuck, you never thought you'd go